Autumn is a really good time to be able to assess your borders. All of the bounce and floriferousness has started to melt back, and now we can really see what's worked throughout the season. So first of all, were there any obvious gaps? Things that didn't work, plants that didn't come through. The other thing is being able to look and see, well, what was the colour flow? Did it really work? This time of year, we can still add in plants into the borders. It's a really good time. The roots can start to get down before the rest of the plant goes dormant. So adding in those elements of what you want to see either for now or for early spring is a really good thing too. And it's kind of not being afraid to think that you can lift and divide at this time of year. It really is a great time. Gets your hands really in the soil and seeing how the root system is. And the plants are beginning to go into dormancy so that they can actually take being lifted. So don't worry about that. It is important to leave as much winter structure as we can in the borders. So tidying up has got to be done, but with a specific eye. It is an aesthetical taste as well, so I'll hopefully be showing you some of the things that I will be leaving up and some of the things that I will definitely be cutting back. This is a perfect example of what I would leave up in a garden. Echinacea, got the seed heads, perfect for birds to come and feed at as well. And it's great because you can already see a little ladybird is already making a little bit of a home on that seed head there. There are also in the stems here nice little places for spiders to be able to go and overwinter. And it looks great in the autumn light, and also when it comes to winter time when there's frost on it, adds a little bit of twinkle in the garden as well. So this is something that I would most definitely leave. This hosta I've made a start on already because this does need to be cut back. As you can see, it's already dying back quite nicely, but it goes quite wet and mulchy, which is not great because it means that then the slugs and snails will go marvellous. We can come and lay our eggs in this area. It doesn't look particularly attractive, and it's perfect to add into the compost heap. So obviously it will be going back on the garden in a new form next year. You can cut back quite low, as I'm doing here. Again, any of the stems that have got little areas for little insects to go and hibernate, they will, but it just not only tidies up the plant, but it does also as well help with plant health. Okay, all of this is now ready to be collected up and popped in the compost heap. This is the perfect time to lift and divide plants. Lifting could just be, it was in the wrong place, I want to move it into another part of the garden. Or if you want to get another plant out of an existing perennial, this would be the time to do it. So this geranium here is a great example. Its flowers a little bit earlier in the season, so this is a really good time. All the flowers are pretty much spent on it now. Things that are flowering a little bit later in the season, maybe like some of the anemones, they can be cut back later in spring and divided then. So what I would do here is I'm going to dig this up, cut it back because we don't need any of the top growth now, it's going into dormancy, divide it. Dependent on how big the clump is, you might get 2 plants from it, you might get 3, I've even seen 4 at times. I've got a little space over there in the border and I'm going to divide this in 2 and get 2 plants. So I better get on some work. There's no escape, just got to get in the borders and get weeding. You'll be grateful for it in the springtime when you're on top of those borders. So things like this, there's still a bit of annual weeds, chickweed that's still in the garden. And of course, good old evergreen ivy. I mean, fantastic for when it's going to be up on a wall and flowering for bees, but I don't want it creeping through borders. It's still a great time to get some additional plants into the border, especially if it's a bit mild and that soil's still nice and warm. I wanted to put in some late autumn flowering in here, so some asters I think I'm going to put in here. There's a lovely gap for them, long flowering, so really still putting a bit of sparkle into the garden. So I think I'm going to pop these here and come back and plant them and position them. Also, this Schistostilus, there's one in the border already, and having a space here, is going to be great, because one thing about planting design is it's lovely to get a rhythm of colour going on. Kind of got this nice pink from the Alstroemeria, Schizza Stylus, a little bit of Echinacea still working. So this is going to be a really lovely addition into the border.
If you enjoyed this video, click like and subscribe to get more great tips from Gardener's World magazine.